the second session, carrying capacity based developmental planning. The developmental planning activities which we do in a given planning region based on the carrying capacity of that particular geographical region is known as carrying capacity based developmental planning. Carrying capacity of a given planning region is the ability or capacity of that particular region to accommodate the pollutants and negative impacts generated by that particular developmental activity, and also the resources which are available in that particular area for development. The first part of the carrying capacity definition is the ability of a given planning region to accommodate or to contain the pollutant load or the negative impacts which are generated as a result of the given developmental activity. That is actually known as the assimilative capacity of the region. Assimilative capacity. And the second part of the definition of carrying capacity is the supportive capacity of the given region. Supportive capacity. Supportive capacity. Supportive capacity is the ability of a given planning region to provide resources for development. And if when you find out the assimilative capacity of the region and also the supportive capacity of the region, it becomes the carrying capacity of that particular region. You have to imagine a given planning region, and first we will try to find out the assimilative capacity of the region. So in that particular case, the different basic components of the natural environment will be considered first. For example, you consider the air environment. So there is a planning region and there is a proposed developmental activity. For example, we are proposing a chemical industry in a given region. So we will have to assess what are the gases which are going to be released from the proposed industrial activity in that particular region. And it is possible to estimate the negative impacts that are going to be generated by this release of gases. And the basic question is whether this particular planning region is able to assimilate or to contain those negative impacts generated by the gases which are going to be released from that particular industry which we propose in a given region. So that gives you the idea about the assimilative capacity. Similar is the case of water environment, land environment also. If there are some effluents which are going to be released from the industry, and if you have water bodies in the nearby area, and the basic question there is whether this water bodies or groundwater is able to assimilate or to contain these particular negative impacts of effluents without themselves undergoing any degradation in their ability to support life. And second part of carrying capacity is the supportive capacity, which is the total quantity of all the resources which are available in that particular area and which are required for the given proposed developmental activity. And that can also be calculated based on different resources, natural as well as man-made resources, whether they are available in enough quantities for the given developmental activities. And you find out assimilative capacity has a threshold value, and if you find that the given area has enough ability to contain the negative impacts, you say that assimilative capacity is well within the limits. And the case of supportive capacity also, when you calculate the total quantity of resources which are required for the proposed developmental activity, and if it is found that it is more than enough for the given proposed activity, we say that the supportive capacity also is well within the limit. In the reverse case, there can be a situation in which you say that in the final assessment, supportive capacity is less. That means the areas, the regions supportive capacity to support this developmental activity is less than that is required, and also the assimilative capacity can also be in that particular case. Then you have to finally conclude that this proposed developmental activity is less. The carrying capacity of that particular developmental activity, carrying capacity of that particular area to contain the total proposed development is less. That particular case, the developmental activity will not be sustainable. Thank you. Thank you very much.